Del Mar Stadium in Houston, Texas, Coug Sportsnet proudly presents to you your Lamarque Cougars as they hit the road to take on the Spartans of Houston Scarborough. Brandon Williams along with Mike Lockwood, Lewis Perrin Jr., the coach. William Salas on the sidelines, and of course in the stands, Senior Stats, Lewis Perrin Sr. Guys, was a pretty much a demolition job last week. 9 possessions, 9 scores, and a 59-6 romp over Houston Worthing. And tonight you face a team in Scarborough that you know that they have lost 58 straight coming into tonight, but still you got to play this game nonetheless, Lewis.
Absolutely you do. You've got to overlook the fact that the average margin of victory against Scarborough has been 5 touchdowns a game. Okay, you can't factor that in. You've got to go out there. You've got this game. You've got 2 more after this. These are the tune-ups that you're going to have to go through and that you're going to have to play and intensify for when we get ready for playoffs.
I was on the field before the game, listening to the coaches talking to the players in the huddle, and they was talking to the players. Do not bring yourself down, guys. Championship teams play at a high level throughout whatever game they play.
And we will have the national anthem, and shortly afterwards it will be the Cougars finally playing their first district game of the season. We'll be taking on the Spartans. Coug Sportsnet will be right back. Moments away from kickoff as the Spartans and Cougars get underway. Lewis will have the team captains for Lamarque.
Number 2, Demetrius James. Number 59 is Christian Harris, and 79, Taryn Gaines.
And for Scarborough, number 14, that's going to be Titus Randall. Number 2, Devon Brumley. Number 36, Daryl Samuel. And looks like number 33, that's going to be Jacoby Watson.
Guys, I'd have never thought I saw it or thunk it, but I've done just a little bit of quick math down here. There are 31 dressed for Scarborough. It's been a while since I've seen a team less than Lamarque.
Well, Lamarque has got 35, if I remember correctly.
But we've already seen where Christian Harris for sure isn't dressed out.
That's
we don't
correct.
know who else may not be.
Yeah, I talked to him before the game. I saw he was in the civilian clothes, and he said he's okay. He'll be back.
Very good. Others that we will be eyeballing for, seeing if they're out there this week, are number 22, Cooper.
Probably an opportunity to get him another game off to try to get him rested up for the playoff run.
And we saw a more than healthy return last week of Ladarian Ellis-Jones. Actually, he returned a week and a half ago and has been going absolutely nuts down there on the field. Oh,
very curious to see if DeMarco Guidry is healthy. He played well last week, had that 50-yard run on his only carry up tonight. He had a banged-up shoulder but still played a good portion of the contest on both sides of the field.
He really did, and there were 3 different times during that ball game when he had to come out and receive a little bit of attention on that shoulder, but it never stopped him. He was back in each and every time.
He was flat out relentless as the Cougars will receive the ball to open the contest. And back deep for Lamarque, it will be number 24, Daquan Jones. As number 34, the Spartans, it's going to be Devontae Robinson. He will be doing a kicking correction 14. It's going to be Randall. And he's going to hit a one-hopper that's going to land out of bounds at around the 30-yard line.
He didn't touch it, did he?
Did not touch it.
He reached, but I don't think he ever made contact.
Yeah, the referee would have called if he did. We're trying to get Coach William Sowell on the sidelines. He's on the far side from us. Not sure if we're going to be able to get him. I catch him every so often coming in and out there. He might. Yeah, that's him on the sideline over there. Not sure if he's going to be able to hang with us on that far side. Might need to bring him over on this side. Over to you, Brandon.
There he was.
Hear him momentarily, as it will be Jalen Williams leading the offense out, and it's going to be Ladarian Ellis-Jones, number 6, and Daquan Jones, number 24, in the backfield. Cougars are going to come out with a 3 wide receiver set here, as Demetrius James is lined up in a slot to the near side on 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Pass play is going to be to James, who catches it at the 35 to the 40, 45 midfield, 45-40, 35-30, inside the 25, and that is where he will go. Touchdown saving tackle made by number 2, Devon Brumley, but not before Demetrius James gets well into Spartan territory.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to probably open up the passing game a little bit tonight, guys. And first play from scrimmage, there you go.
40 yards on that pass play.
1st and 10, Cougs again going to a 4-wide set with Daquan Jones, the sole man in the backfield. 2 receivers on either side, and it's going to be a pass underneath. The ball is going to be caught. Looks like it's going to be Demetrius James again. No, it looks like number 9, and that is going to be Matthew Adams with the reception. And that's going to move the ball close to first down yardage.
Is Matthew Adams a junior or a senior there?
Adams is a junior.
All right.
We'll take a look at the rest of the offense. We mentioned Daquan Jones, LaDarian Ellis-Jones, Demetrius James with that first play, and also Adams with the reception. Number 3, Tommy Young is lined up on the outside to the far side of the field. 2nd and 4 after that gain of 6. Williams drops back, throws underneath. Ball is caught by LaDarian Ellis-Jones. Pivots inside, gets close to a first down to around the 15-yard line. Good stop made by number 77, Damian Rodriguez, junior defensive lineman.
I believe we're in attack mode now. I think Lamar Cougars is trying to get a score up so that we can cruise with the 2nd and 3rd string for the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Good to have you join us down there, Coach.
I had to find my spot.
Well, you found it, looks like.
Yes, sir.
3rd down and 1, and the Cougars will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 10:41 to go first quarter. We're scoreless here at Del Mar Stadium in Houston. Coug Sports Network. After timeout, Lamarck's first. It's a 3rd down and call it 1. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line of Scarborough. We'll go into a 2-wide receiver set with 2 wings and play action. Williams rolls out, throws underneath. Ball is going to be incomplete. Overthrew Daquan Jones, had more than enough for a first down, and a bit surprised, guys, that he didn't run for it.
Well, you know, it's just like it is whenever you play somebody that's not quite as good as you are. It seemed really relaxed on the sideline today.
Yeah, they are. In fact, I noticed that when I was down on the field before the game started, all the players seemed to be, it's like business mode.
We don't want Cinderella mode to kick in.
Well, that's true.
4th down and 1. Dalian Richard is in the backfield. It'll be Jalen Williams calling his own number. 1st down and a lot more inside the 5. Goes down and around the 3-yard line. So that big offensive line did more than enough to get the first down. They got a first and goal situation out of it.
Yeah, they just more or less manhandled that defensive front 4, and he popped out to the left-hand side and picked up plenty of yardage for that first.
First and goal spotted at the 4-yard line, and a timeout, and then it's going to go to Scarborough. We'll take it with them. 10:20 to go first quarter. Still scoreless here at Del Mar Stadium. Coug Sports Net will be right back. So Scarborough uses their first timeout at the first half. It's a first and goal for the Cougars at the 4-yard line of the Spartans. Dalen Richard is in the backfield, so back in a wing set, and it's going to be Williams rolls out as a man wide open, but underthrew it.
It looked like it was tipped.
At LaDarian Ellis-Jones, it was tipped.
It was tipped. At number 42.
That's number 49.
49.
Jamison
Okay.
Crosby there on the tip, as he had a wide open LaDarian Ellis-Jones, but Crosby able to get his hand up there just enough to redirect the pass. So 2nd and goal for the Cougars at the 4. They'll go back into a shotgun set with Jones and Ellis-Jones. Back to throw. Ball is going to be caught. And looks like Matthew Adams. No, Demetrius James. Touchdown. So cash it in. 1:56 into the contest. Cougs strike first on the 4-yard touchdown pass. Jalen Williams to Demetrius James. So 6-0 with the point after coming from Pedro Rubio.
One running play in that drive, and it was the first down that Jalen Williams picked up, guys. Every one of the plays was passed.
We need to practice our passing game because we're going to need it in the playoffs. I think this is a perfect game for it.
Pedro Rubio, who has gotten better and better each game. The snap, hold, kick is up, kick is good.
Plenty of leg.
10 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cougars are up 7-0. Coug Sports Net will be right back. The Cougars march 65 yards. 65 yards, no problem at all. 5 plays as kickoff is high, looking in the direction of number 5, and that's going to be Franklin. Goes to the 20, and he's going to be tripped up around the 23-yard line. 5-play, 65-yard drive. All but one of those plays was a pass, as Mike mentioned, and that one run play got the first down by Jalen Williams.
And guys, he's almost being fair by going to the passing game because we know Scarborough is normally no match for Lamarque, but we like to see the things that he needs work on tonight being worked on.
Exactly, Coach.
We're getting ready to go to the next level of football, and we really got to prepare for the unknown.
Yeah, you've got one more home game at Etheridge Stadium, and then you travel on the road to Worthing one more time. You got a bye week, and then you got the playoffs are right around the corner.
0-0.
Devon Brumley, his senior quarterback, will be lined up for the Spartans as they go in a 5-wide set. Man in motion.
Oh.
And a false start. Man in motion was Jarrett Holly, and a false start is going to take that ball back 5 yards.
Yeah, you had a lineman jump, and then you had 2 men in motion.
It looked like we were about to experience the jet sweep, but I think he might have regretted it.
All those men in motion, I was thinking it was going to be a starburst. everybody huddles up in the backfield. Somebody grabs the ball, and boom.
Yeah, there you go.
So make it first down and 15. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line. Again, they will go to their 5-wide set. 3 receivers over to the near side on 1st and 15.
That's the only one I've got. You're welcome.
Man in motion, and that ball is bobbled. Brumley takes matters in his own hands, tries to find something, but he will lose yardage. Loss of about 5 on that play as around 5 white jerseys came in and shut that play down.
You know, and you got to put yourself in the shoes of the quarterback for Scarborough. You see the record for Lamarque. You know Lamarque's, tradition, and you know that this defense this year is just really a heck of a defense. So think about him in his shoes right there. What have I got coming, getting ready to rush?
Well, guys, you got to think about something. These guys standing here, their eyes are big as saucers looking at Lamarque right now.
That's what I'm talking about
and
right
the
there.
defense is being intimidating. You notice them dancing and pointing.
So 2nd down and 21 to go coming up. Play clock is down to 5. He may need to call a timeout. Down to 1, just got it off. Pass underneath. Ball's going to be caught but swarmed down immediately. Number 5 was Jarvis Franklin, but he got introduced to number 7. That's going to be Anthony Wright for the loss.
Well, they got 3rd down, and what is that, about 25?
3rd down,
25 yards,
25 yards. Have to get the ball to the 35-yard line.
Man, and
for first down.
The defense of Lamarque's going to pin their ears back, guys.
Hey, man, these guys are just relaxed and look like they're playing a scrimmage at practice. They're having such a good time.
Well, I call that business mode, Coach. They really are. They're taking this is actually, it is serious, and this is the business. And they brought the calculators and the pens with them.
3rd down, 25 coming up. Again, an empty backfield. 1 second left on the play clock. He won't get it off, so you're going to have to back them up even further.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they did call a timeout just in time, just under the nick of time. 8:17 to go in the first quarter. We'll take the timeout with them. Lamarque 7-0. Cougs Sports Net will be right back. Timeout. It's their 2nd timeout. And 3rd down, 25. They need to get the ball to around the 34-yard line for first down. Again, they'll go to 5-wide set. Low snap. Brumley has pressure.
Oh, no.
Evades one man. He's going to be sacked at around the 1-yard line. And give credit to the sack to number 52. That's going to be Kenneth Edwards with the sack as Brumley is a bit slow to get up. Cougs force a very emphatic 3-and-out as the Spartans are going to have to punt the ball. They are spotting the ball at the 1-yard line. So the Cougs are going to have great field position out of this.
Yeah, and the wind's blowing. Might hold that ball up, and Lamarque might get the ball at the 40 or 35-yard line after it's all said and done.
Guys, that would be terrible because I think 1 or 2 plays to be back in the end zone. Defensive line is not even really being entertained right now.
Yeah, I think you're right, Coach.
Lined up the punt is number 14, Titus Randall. Back deep for Lamarque.
What do we got here?
A face mask.
Oh, really? And that's an automatic first.
That is an automatic first. It is, okay. So he missed that one, so the officials are going to call a face mask, and that's going to move the ball to the 25-yard line.
Well, now, the only person it could have been on was the quarterback.
Well, I think it was actually on number 50 from the defense. They called the face mask.
No, I'm saying a face mask on the quarterback when he made the tackle.
Yeah.
So it was Emil Fleming that they're charging, but it's their first down tonight. They get a reprieve, sort of, as they get a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line with 8:04 to go here in the first quarter. They'll again go with an empty backfield with Brumley as the quarterback. Cougs showing a 3-man front. Low snap again by Brumley, and Brumley is again running for his likeness. He is stuffed Fleming, the first man there. You also had number 4, Gerald Johnson. Looks like also number 11, Carl Sims, in there as well, Lewis.
Yeah, we like it when we see Carl Sims and Gerald Johnson doing their thing. They were our co-MVPs last week, and it looks like they're picking up right where they left off.
You know, and I talked to Nick Flores, the defensive coordinator for Marque, before the game, and I talked to him about Sims. He said Sims has found his spot. He said he has an eye for the ball. We just needed to find the correct spot to put him on the defense. He said, I think we found him a home.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at the position they have him at right now.
Loss of 7 on that play makes it 2nd down and 17. Man in motion as Brumley has some time, drops back, throws the ball up, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking in the direction of number 32, Jonathan Cruz, junior wide receiver. That's going to miss, so it'll bring a 3rd down and 17 up for the Spartans with 7:11 to go here in the first.
Pretty good arm.
That's it. It wasn't a bad pass. It did miss a little bit out of bounds, but that was 35 yards in the air, guys.
Hey,
this is a good wind blowing out here.
Number 32 really had a step on the defensive back, but he stopped running before the pass was thrown.
And that's exactly what you're going to need. You're just going to have to get his offensive line is just going to have to give him just enough time to try to get the ball out there.
And Lamarck actually called the dogs off on that pass rush, guys. I noticed.
Back up.
Did you notice? Number 52 didn't rush that time.
That's right.
3rd down, 17 to go. As he has number 5, Franklin, in the backfield with him, and it's going to be a stoppage of play.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Ooh, boy, they've been flirting with that almost every play.
Yeah, been, and rather than use their 3rd and final timeout on their opening drive, they went ahead and sucked it up.
Hey, guys, this quarterback has to get some courage. He's looking at the D-line and getting really scared.
Well, and you know, also the center, too, Coach.
Yeah.
The center, the way he's delivering that ball back to the quarterback, you can tell that he's in a hurry to hurry up and try to make a block or a stand to try to block that onslaught.
Wow, if you had a monster like number 50 standing over you.
You've got Emil Fleming standing over you. You would be a little hesitant, too, about trying to get that first step off after the snap. 3rd down and long coming up, and it's going to be Brumley again in trouble, and he'll be dragged down for another loss. Number 7, Anthony Wright, is there on the tackle, and a host of others, including Fleming.
And, guys, that's what I'm talking about. You notice that when he got the ball, he had a lane at first. He hesitated because he looked back to his right. I think they have to lose the fear. It's not going to be much of a game.
Yeah, they just don't seem to have the spark. It's almost like they're in awe of Lamarck before they walked on the field.
Yeah, and if you're Lamarck, it kind of echoes back to the back to the Waddell and Irwin days when you had that automatic advantage the second you stepped out on the field. Demetrius James lined up at the Spartan 35, number 77, Damon Rodriguez punt. That was nearly blocked, and that's just going to take a bit of a bounce that gets to around the 28-yard line. So even with the punt, he wouldn't have got enough for a 1st down, and the Cougars are going to have excellent field position.
I was going to say, I think there might have been a hand on that ball. Real close, the way it looks straight up in the air.
Cougs get a 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of Scarborough. Up 7-0, their 2nd drive of the night. And Cougs go with a 3 wide receiver set. See Corwin Leday lined up.
Yep, he had a good carry.
Right.
He had a good carry on a catch last week in that same situation.
Big play Leday.
They will go to Leday, and
Big play Leday.
Shakes off one tackle, rumbles forward, gets to around the 20-yard line.
He didn't shake that man off. He carried him.
That's right. He drug him.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
Big play Leday. That was excellent.
Yes, sir, baby.
Yeah, he really covered that tight end position. He really wanted to play.
That ball was caught right at the line of scrimmage, and he drugged the defender for 8 yards.
Hey, and he got good hands, guys.
Yeah, he does.
2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line. Williams back, pumps, throws, looks as a man open, and in the end zone, touchdown.
Man.
He threw it in triple coverage, but Demetrius James, one white jersey, went up and caught it.
Yep.
So cash that one in. 2nd touchdown of the night for the Cougars. Make it 13-0 with 5:39 to go here in the 1st quarter. Point after pending.
I know you don't want to hear this, Brandon, but it looked like Des Bryant going up. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with that?
Well, Brandon being a Philadelphia Eagle fan here, I had to stick that one in there.
Very nice.
There you go. I know I'm going to get payback.
Rubio set the lineup for the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good.
Goodness gracious, Rubio has really developed this year.
He is. You got to think there's 3.5 more years of him. 5 minutes, 39 seconds to go first quarter. It is Lamarque 14, Scarborough nothing. Coug Sports Net will be right back. But the Cougars needed just 2 plays to get that one solved, 28 yards. As Demetrius James hauled in a 20-yard touchdown pass. Kicked by Rubio is going to be fielded around the 22-yard line. Ball is going to be spun around the 25-yard line. Number 35, James Douglas on the return.
Through 2 drives, Williams is 6 for 8 for 82 yards.
And that is definitely a great sign. Like the coach mentioned, you want to get the passing game in check because it's something you're definitely going to need as October turns into November and November turns into December.
That's right. We need to define receivers besides James. We got to have somebody else that got those hands.
And there are guys that have that potential.
That's right.
You see, we've seen Tommy Young a bit this season. We've seen what LaDarian Ellis-Jones can do.
Yeah, Tommy Young is a good candidate for that second receiver.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball at their 24-yard line. Man in motion goes to the far side. Brumley back throws underneath. Ball is going to be caught, and he's going to be stopped at around the line of scrimmage.
You know, I look at this Scarborough team, and I was down on the field, and Brandon mentioned it in the broadcast that they were game, that they were really looking forward to playing Lamarque. But it's just like a boxer before the bell rings.
Right, it's
and
a lot
not
of
until
hype.
not until you get in that ring and you get popped and realize, oh my goodness, this is real stuff. All of a sudden, reality sets in quickly.
2nd down and 10, no gain on the reception. 4 wide receiver set. Brumley back, looks, throws, has a man. The ball's going to be caught. Good tackle there made by number 11, Carl Sims.
That is Scarborough's
that was
first
number 12,
positive
actually.
yard.
Number 12, yeah, Datron Cole. But go ahead, Lewis, first positive play of the night.
That is their first positive play of the night. Is absolutely correct, and that one was good for a good solid 8, maybe 9 yards.
There you go.
3rd down and short coming up for the Spartans with 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. I'll call it 3rd down and 3. They'll go back into their empty set with 3 wide receivers coming over to the near side. Brumley gets the snap, drops back, has pressure, throws the ball up. The ball's going to be caught for a 1st down. Good catch by number 32, Jonathan Crew, and good play by Brumley to stay with that play as he faced the teeth of a Lamarque rush.
Yeah, he did.
Demetrius James and number 7, which is Anthony Wright, were the 2 that had to bring him down. Otherwise, he could have continued to roll for just a little while there.
Well, that ought to be a little bit of a wake-up call for that Lamarque defense.
Gain of 18 on that play. And it's a 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. 4 minutes to go. Brumley back in, whistle blown.
There you go, a false start.
False start, that's going to take them back, and that's the thing you don't want. You just got a play that gave you a bit of momentum, and then that penalty drags you right back. Three minutes, 58 seconds to go in the first quarter as it's now 1st and 15 for the Spartans at the 40-yard line.
It's a good night for football, guys.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
got a little bit
night.
of a chill in the air, not much. Little breeze, a beautiful low humidity night.
Starting to get into where you can actually taste a little bit of fall.
That's it.
Man in motion, number 36, Samuel. Brumley back, throws the ball up for grabs, and that ball is incomplete.
Oh.
Number 9, that's going to be Jarrett Holly, and Holly kind of realized what was coming for him if he had went up for that football.
He heard footsteps.
The suicide play.
Yeah,
it would have been.
Yeah, catch this at your own peril.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, Holly obviously thought that, that 2 yards really isn't going to be worth the price. So they'll set it up again, a 2nd and 15. They'll move the 3 wide receivers over to the far side this time as Brumley calls a quarterback draw. Got to the original line of scrimmage. That was about
77 for Lamarque.
No, first time we've heard that number.
72, isn't
72,
it?
yes, 72. That's going to be Marion Ford.
No. I'm sorry. That's number 11. Sorry,
number
guys.
11,
That's
Sims.
That's Sims. I thought those were 7s. Well, once I zoomed in and these old eyes finally realized, no, that's 1-1. Sorry about that, Mr. Sims.
Sims there on the stop. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Flores talked about he's found him a home on that defense.
Showed on that last play. Man in motion, and he'll take the reverse, and he will try to get to the corner, and he's not going to get much of anything. Stopped after a 4-yard loss, and again, looked like number 12, Datron Cole there on the stop.
It was, yep.
And the Spartans, after getting that first down on the 18-yard catch, that drive comes to an end with 2:52 to go. As number 77, Damian Rodriguez, will come back to punt for a second time. Nearly had that punt blocked the last time he attempted one.
Well, they had a promise on that drive with that 18-yard gain on that one pass. Then they had that false start and pretty well went backwards from there.
And that is Demetrius James as he will inch forward to around the Lamarque 45. And that ball is punted. Nice punt fielded around the 38-yard line. James goes to the 40, 45. Midfield, tries to reverse, but he'll be stopped at around midfield. Host of Spartans there on the play. Number 32, Jonathan Chu, also in there. Number 49, also in there, Jamian Crosby. So the Cougars will get good field position nonetheless. They'll spot it at midfield with 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go here in the first.
With neither of the Jones boys in the backfield touching the ball yet tonight, guys.
Very surprising on those first 2 drives. It has been nearly all pass.
The closest we've come so far is Ellis Jones on an incomplete pass.
Correct.
First and 10, Williams rolls out, near side, steps up, throws. Ball is going to be caught. And it's Demetrius James, and he'll be down and around the 39-yard line. A nice 11-yard gain that will move the chains.
It's about his 4th catch already, I think, isn't it?
It is.
I'll be able to tell you in just a quick second
65, Keldrick Sawazo, number 77. Rodriguez there on the stop. But it's going to move the chains nonetheless. First and 10 for the Cougars at the 39-yard line with 2:07 to go in the first.
That is his 4th catch.
First and 10, they'll start the clock right now. As Jones and Ellis Jones are in the backfield, the 3 wide receivers set for the Cougars. Williams back, pump fakes, looks, throws, has a man streaking, and the ball's going to be almost caught. Put a little too much air into that one.
Well, but he did go up well for that catch.
He did.
Yeah, he had the defender completely turned around.
Yep. He went over the top of him, too, to try to make that grab.
That was Demetrius James on the play. Look, I know it was Tommy Young there on the play, so it's a 2nd and 10 for the Cougars at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 10, they'll go to a wing set. Irvin, number 25, is the sole set back in right now, and it'll be Williams again rolling out. Has room, has a man wide open. Demetrius James to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. There was not a Spartan within about 15 yards of James after the defender went down. Cashed that one in, 3rd touchdown of the night for the Cougars. All in the air, so make it 20-0 here with 1:42 remaining in the first.
I think he would have had the catch regardless because he had such a good break on the defender. I don't think the defender would be able to block it down.
There's no chance of it. But once the defender slipped, it was just really a case of Williams getting the ball to James, and James did the rest. Rubio set to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. So at 1 minute, 42 seconds to go in the first, Cougs now lead this one 21-0 over Houston Scarborough. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 12 plays here in the first quarter, all but one via the air, but the result's been wonderful. 3 touchdown passes as Jalen Williams has gone 8 of 11 here so far. Kickoff for the Spartans. Crosby picks it up at around his 20. He's going to jackknife at around the 18-yard line. Good tackle.
See who that was if I can get him while he turns.
We'll take a look and see who that was. And
number 8.
Looks like number 8.
Number 8.
And that's going to be, looks like
Johnson?
No, it's going to be Corey Holmes there on the stop. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. As the ball spotted at the 17-yard line, 1:37 to go here in the first quarter. They're facing a 21-0 deficit. And they've run only 2 plays for positive yardage here in the first quarter. 4 wide receivers. And it's going to be Brumley calling his own number. Has a bit of a seam, gets to the 20, still going to around the 25-yard line.
Johnson and Edwards combined for the stop that time.
So good-looking play right there for the quarterback. Brumley got 6 yards out of it. Make it 7, so call it 2nd down and 3. As we approach the final minute of the first quarter. Spartans go with a no huddle set.
That's right.
No, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the far. As Brumley drops back again, tries to call the quarterback number, but Emil Fleming got a hold of him, and that play ended right there.
That'll be a loss of 1. When you hit that man, you don't go anywhere forward.
He took 1 step forward, and he was there wrapping him up in a heartbeat.
Break that hole, and all of a sudden a big white jersey with 5-0 in gold just went ahead and swallowed him whole.
Yep.
So they'll actually call that a loss of 3, and they'll call it 3rd down, make it 6. They need to get to the 28-yard line for a first down. 3 wide receivers. They'll go 2 to the near. Man in motion coming to the near side. As Brumley drops back, bobbles, throws underneath. Ball is going to be caught at around the 20. Ball is fumbled and picked up, and the Cougars will get it.
Yes, they will.
Number 32, Jonathan Crew, lost the football.
Number 15.
Number 15, that's Marco Guidry.
Good to see him in there.
You knew you were going to get to hear his name at some point.
That's right.
Glad we got it in there early as he gets the first turnover of the night.
Hey, guys, I love the position that Sims playing now. You notice how he posted up on that blocker and didn't budge. He's coming around. He's coming around.
Yeah. And he's definitely coming around. So we got a 1st and 10 for Lamarque. 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ball is going to be spotted at the 27-yard line. See if the Cougars will go deep here on what could be the final play of the first quarter. They'll show blitz, they'll throw underneath. Ball's going to be caught by James to the 25, to the 20, cuts it back, and he slipped it around the 15-yard line. Tried to cut it back in, but slipped, but nonetheless a gain of 12 on what will be the final play of the first quarter.
Brand new artificial turf on the field down there, guys.
And it's real nice.
It looks good. Yes, it does, Coach. You're all right.
Yeah, we catch you in and out, Coach. It might be people getting in front of you.
That's all right. I'll make it.
Oh, yeah.
3 seconds, 2. Will they get the play off? They will as Williams rolls out, steps, throws. Ball is going to be caught. Corwin Lede inside the 5, rumbles in, touchdown.
Did you see Big Play Lede?
That's him.
Corwin Lede rumbles in 15 yards out as Jalen Williams has thrown his 4th touchdown pass of the first quarter.
And no running plays yet, guys.
One
running play. That was on the 4th and 1.
And that was the quarterback keeper.
It was 11 yards.
Yeah.
I don't believe you're going to see much running tonight. I think he's going to work on his passing game. I think we're going to see the next regiment of receivers coming out in this next section.
Kick is up, and the kick is good, and it has been perfect for Rubio, just as it's been for Lamarque here in the opening 12 minutes. Lamarque 28, Scarborough nothing. Coug Sportsnet will be right back. After a first quarter in which the Cougars outgained Scarborough 170 to -3. The second quarter begins with a booming kick by Rubio as that ball is going to line up.
I think he's going to let it go all the way.
He'll let it roll. That ball is still alive.
That's still, man, finally. I was going to say, I don't think he knew it was a live ball, guys.
Hey, he wanted none of that. I'm telling you. He saw yellow and white, and he got scared. He was looking at the players, not even looking at the ball.
So 1st and 10 coming up for Scarborough. -3 of offense. And if you take away that 17-yard catch and run,
yeah, it'd be negative 20.
It would be exactly. It'd be even worse.
Well, that guys is including the 15-yard face mask penalty.
No, that's true. Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Well, they need the fighting spirit award because they're hanging in here. And they're actually getting upset with bad plays. So they kind of still got their minds in the game now.
Give them credit. They're coming out.
Yeah.
They know that, there's no chance of a comeback here tonight, but you just want to see these kids come out and fight hard and try to build on this program.
That's what you're in the program for.
1st and 10 as we start the second quarter at the 20-yard line. Brumley, low snap, rolls out, steps up. The new quarterback in there. Actually, the ball's going to be incomplete. Intended for number 2, Brumley. New quarterback is number 14, Titus Randall.
And guys, number 8, wide open down here by me on the near sideline. If he'd have let it go, it may have been a touchdown.
Oh, they're just looking for a big play, something that can spark them.
Right, that would have been.
It certainly would have been, yeah.
It may have.
You get a touchdown early yeah, it makes it 28-6. But at the same time, gives you a jolt of confidence. It shows you that, you can make a play or two.
And they need it.
So 2nd down and 10 for Randall as man in motion is going to be Samuel, and they'll give the ball to Samuel, and Samuel's just going to sweep back and is going to lose about 2, maybe 3 yards as the Cougars set it home on that one.
Boy, that defense for Lamarque is so quick.
Man. And you know, that's what we noticed at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
They were making mistakes, but they're so quick to recover. You can't really do anything special with them. They kind of experienced a breakdown against Texas City because I believe the adrenaline was high, but now they've settled in and they've kind of tightened up on everywhere. I think you're going to see a fantastic defense throughout the playoffs.
I agree.
Talked with Coach Jackson immediately after the game last week. He said that the defensive effort was really the one thing he was most proud of, and the fact that, you know, the defense played their best game since Galveston ball. 3rd down and long. As Samuel will go into motion. Ball is
on
lost.
the ground.
It's on the ground, and he is going to be sacked. Titus Randall is going to be sacked at around the 11-yard line. Number 28 in there. Looks like Brandon Wade, who we saw light up last week and wake up the Laws injury, and also number 4, Gerald Johnson, in there on the stop.
Well, that's about 4th and 21
as
now.
well. Yep.
Yeah, it's good to see the defense covering all the gaps. They're in the 4-3, but the linebackers are really smart now. They're covering the gaps both inside and outside. You know, we were susceptible to big plays at one time.
Oh, certainly.
But you notice that they're closing those gaps really fast now. That's a good thing for the playoffs.
So back deep is Randall, who will handle the punting duties, as Demetrius James is lined up and around the 35. High snap, and that ball.
That's a safety.
He's just going to kick it out of the end zone.
Smart move.
Very smart move. Make it 30-0.
Yep, that's going to be an illegal kicking, too.
Yeah, well.
Only 2 points.
I don't blame him.
No, you
That's what I
don't blame
said.
him. Hey, 2 is better than 6.
How
Now,
much worse
are
can
they
it
going to
get?
penalize him on that?
Yeah, they will penalize. Typically, they penalize 10
didn't
yards
see-
on the kickoff.
Okay. I see the
Which means,
The
bless him,
umpire's
he'll be
going over.
kicking from the 10-yard line.
oh boy. I see the umpire talking to Jackson over there on the far side to give him, I guess, the options of what the call was.
I tell them, let them kick it from the 20. It don't make a difference.
The thing is that the one thing you have to like about the defense, yeah, they're definitely playing lights out so far, but it's also very easy when you play a team that you know you're going to beat and you're confident beating. It's sometimes easy to just forget the fundamentals and just try to focus in on just doing something.
That's right. You can go to extremes. You can either do extremely well by sharpening your skills, or you can lay down and just take it easy and end up getting hurt or something like that.
Exactly.
You got to be very careful in situations like this.
Yeah, that's the thing that you want for this contest. You want to be fundamentally sound.
Now, this could be a place kick or this could be a punt, correct?
That's
Lewis?
correct. It's a
Okay.
free
Okay,
kick.
looks like he's going to set it.
It'll be a place kick, and it'll be number 14, Titus Randall, handling the kick.
I'd like to see them put all the second and third strings in right now, just to see what we have to back us up.
Daquan Jones back deep at the 35 of Lamarque.
Coach, there's 35 players. We don't have a third string.
Well, yeah, you could. It'd take 33 of them.
Yeah.
Line drive kick fielded by Jones, who will eventually grab it around the 36, goes to the 40, cuts back, still going 40.
Look out, look out.
45, and he's going to be dragged down and around the 47-yard line. Good effort there by number 35, James Douglas. Did a very good job of keeping Daquan Jones from turning that corner.
Yeah, he about hit his pace.
Hey, guys, did you notice that Daquan was taking it a little easy at first?
Yep.
Yeah, there was a trot there
Yeah.
rather than a full-speed break.
Yeah, we got to be careful of that tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to go half speed on that because, again, like you said, Coach, that's how guys get injured.
Right. The last time we went to the state playoffs, that's how the young man tore his ACL last.
First and 10, Cougs go at a wing set. Daquan Jones with his first touch of the night turns the corner, midfield, 45-40,
There we go.
35-30, 25-20. Like you said, Coach, there you go.
Goodbye.
Touchdown, Lamarque. 52 yards on his first touch of the evening.
Wow.
Daquan Jones makes it 36-0.
And he made it look easy, too.
Yeah, he didn't even sweat that.
Like you said, you don't want him going with a half trot, and that certainly
That's
isn't
right.
a half trot.
That's right. Dietrich.
Yeah, Dietrich Button was who you're thinking about.
Exactly. Dietrich Button. He was playing 75 to something, and he got his ACL.
Yeah,
messed up.
down there in Bradsport, I'm sorry.
Right, right.
Rubio set to attempt his 5th extra point of the night. High snap, but he got it down, did Williams, and it's good.
And he still got it.
He is a good kicker. He doesn't get rattled at all.
I was about to say, he's really calm even under pressure.
Yep, doesn't get rattled.
Getting better and better by the week, guys.
He showed off that leg a little bit last week with that 35-yard field goal. That was fun.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
And
Yes,
I watched the replay on that, and the snap was high. The guy that was going to hold the ball for him had to actually stand up, get the ball, bring it down. Rubio still timed it just right and boomed the heck out of that ball through the uprights.
Hey, guys, I don't want to call us, instead of Cool Sports Net, the Prophets, but this remind me so much of the Waddell start back in the day.
Guys,
really
we're going to a running clock already.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, 37-0, and like you said, Mike, Coach Jackson said that you would make the call at some point as to when you want to go to running clock, and when you're up 37, it's probably the best bet to go. Rubio, a high kickoff that's going to be fielded by the up back around the 20-yard line, and he is going to be bouncing around the 17-yard line. Number 5, Jarvis Franklin, stopped at around the 17-yard line. So
Gerald Johnson in there on the stop.
So guys, yes, we are going with a running clock.
Yeah, we're going. He's going to run it now. I don't think he would. It'd be merciless not to do it.
Yeah, it would be. It would be on some level sadistic if you tried to go with a full 48 minutes.
Yeah, in fact, the clock would normally stop on the kickoff like that.
Yeah,
right.
It wouldn't start until the snap of the ball in the first play, but it's still rolling.
Yeah, at this point, you've got nothing to prove. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 30, at their own 17, and it's going to be Randall to around the 21-yard line. So he'll gain a couple, maybe 3 on the play.
I want to know, did you see who that was playing defensive end? Tommy Young, number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Stoppage of play, and so guy gone down at 6:36 to go first half. It's Lamarque 37. Spartans nothing. Cook Sports Net will be right back. So after the injury to number 2, Devon Brumley, it's going to be 2nd down and around 8 for the Spartans. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. And a low snap for Randall, who will pick it up, and he will just take a knee. But not before about 4 Cougars came in to swarm in on him.
Well, I hate to say it, guys, but the lug nuts are already off on the wheels on this Scarborough vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I think he should just put in his 2nd and 3rd string defense.
Yeah, you're probably going to see a lot of personnel changes, and we've got a timeout for Scarborough that's going to stop the clock at 5:57 to go in the first half. It's Lamarque 37, Scarborough nothing. Cook Sports Net will be right back. 5:57 to go after Scarborough uses their 3rd and final timeout of the first half.
Is that another new quarterback?
Looks like it is. What number is that? Number 9, is it? Can't see. Actually, number 8.
That's number 5 quarterback. I'm sorry.
Number 8, Quentin Hudson.
I'm sitting there looking at the
freshman quarterback. So they're going to go out the eye set, and someone jump is going to cost them a few more yards.
It's number 9.
Number
Jared
9.
Holly.
Number 9.
Yeah. So that's going to push them back a bit. Joining us a bit late, Cougars up 37-0. 4 touchdown passes by Jalen Williams and a 52-yard run from Daquan Jones, tacked on the safety, and we are in a running clock situation here with 5:26 and counting here in the first half.
You might want to mention that's really the only handoff to a running back in this ballgame.
It is. Only 2 carries offensively for the Cougars tonight, and it's going to be a dot play that really will not get much of anything.
Number 17 in there. I think that's
Rashard Wade, number 28. And it looks like number 52, Kenneth Edwards, in there for the stop. So another punt coming up for the Spartans as Rodriguez is going to line up deep in his end zone.
Got Demetrius James back here.
Demetrius James is back
30.
again.
Yeah, he's lined up at around his own 30, around the 30-yard line of Scarborough.
He's getting a lot of work today. That's good for him.
Clock continuing to run down at 4:40 here in the first half. Rodriguez awaiting the snap. You'll get it a bit high. He's going to lose control of it, and that's going to go out. And another safety, make it 39-0.
39-0.
Another 2 points tacked on for the Cougs, and the running clock is about the only good thing that Scarborough's got working for him right now.
Right.
Well, I think that they're so used to it. It seems like it's just the norm on this side.
It is, but at the same time, you've got to think that
It's still
it's going to get better. It's painful. These guys go out and they work as hard as Lamarque kids or any other kids in state. But it's got to be a painful reality at times, knowing full well that every Thursday or Friday night that you go out there that you're a very decided underdog.
Yep. And then when you play a state-ranked team, in fact, the AP poll just came out. Lamarque is ranked number one in Region 3. In Region 3, yeah. Then you face someone like a Lamarque team like that, you're already at a great disadvantage, and it's already showing on the scoreboard.
And you touched on it a little bit. Yeah, that's true, Coach. There is that intimidation factor. But Mike, you touched on it a little bit earlier. Not only are you facing a Lamarque team, but you look at the history of this Lamarque program, especially over the past 25 years, and you see all of the success that they had, the number of college players and a handful of NFL players that this program has produced. And there's just this massive inferiority complex that these kids can't shake. As Young gets the ball around the 45-yard line, has a bit of a hole, 40 inside the 35 to around the 32-yard line.
Wow.
So with around 3 minutes to go here in the first half, good return by Tommy Young, and the Cougars are going to have great field position as the ball is going to be spotted at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well,
I see Jaylee Williams coming back out. Go ahead, Coach.
If I was the coach on the defense, I would send so many blitzes. Right now, you can't compete with that gigantic line, so you have to start blitzing and stunting.
Oh, you talking about the defense for Scarborough?
Right,
Yes.
right.
So 1st and 10 coming up. Man in motion, and it's going to be LaDarian Ellis-Jones turns the corner, and he's going to be stopped on good
nice
defensive
play.
play.
Number 49.
Number 49,
all right.
Jamian Crosby. That's
That was
one
just
for the highlight reels for these guys.
I was going to say that was a mediocre 6-yard run for Ellis Jones.
He got a high five on that one from everybody.
That's good.
Including the Cougars.
There you go. Mediocre 6-yard run for Ellis Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stop a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher. Stopped him dead in his tracks on that one. So 2nd and 4 coming up for the Cougars. And it's going to be a handoff to Ellis-Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped.
No, he's not. He's not
They're
down.
going to whistle him down. He really wasn't down.
No, he never touched the ground.
Yeah.
But, okay.
The referee is right.
The referee is right.
Every time. And that's right, you're the representative.
He's part of the referees union.
Yeah.
Team Zebra.
The arbitrator. Yeah, okay.
He does have to go to meetings, and
Yes, I do.
can't blame you.
3rd down and 3 coming up. And it's going to be a handoff to Ellis-Jones. He's got room, breaks the tackle, cuts inside the 15, still going inside the 10, still churning those legs, and he'll be down at around the 7-yard line as we approach the final minute of play in the first half.
And the way that clock is rolling, they're going to have to get it in gear if they want to be able to put this ball in the end zone.
Right.
Exactly, 54 seconds and counting.
I think they just know that they're going to score in their mind, so they're not rushing.
1st and goal, ball spotted at the 8-yard line. Williams drops back, rolls out. Actually, it's going to be Ellis-Jones who will plunge in for the touchdown. Figured that the Quan can get his. Hey, you got to get LaDarian his as well.
That's right. The
touchdown for the Cougars, so make it 45-0.
Wow.
As the final 24 seconds of the first half will round out.
Man, we might not even get this extra point off, but that's down to 15 seconds.
Well, they have to let us kick it.
Well, I know they do.
Yeah.
Or do they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's right. You do on an extra point. You're exactly right.
But the merciful thing is that there won't be a kickoff for the Spartans. As the clock will run down to 3, 2, 1. This will officially be the last play of the first half as someone jumped, but the kick is up, and the kick is going to be good.
And don't call a penalty.
They didn't.
Okay.
Have to bring it back.
Just sheer dominance by the Lamarque Cougars. You kind of figured that would be the case as they lead the Spartans of Scarborough 46-0. We will be back, so enjoy the halftime. Coug Sports Net coming right at you. Back here at Del Mar Stadium here in Houston as the Lamarque Cougars cruising along with a 46-0 lead over the Scarborough Spartans as we start the second half. Brandon Williams along with Mike Lockwood, Lewis Perrin Jr., the coach William Sowell upstairs with us here in the second half, and of course in the stands, senior stats Lewis Perrin. guys, it's just pure dominance when you look at the stats. Lamarque, 252 yards of offense, and Scarborough minus 52 of offense.
You know, and that's with the rolling clock, Brandon.
Exactly. That's with the rolling clock. You look at the fact that, you're focused on the passing game, and it has looked real good. You got Demetrius James, 139 yards, 4 touchdowns on the night already. And you still had enough time to get DaQuan Jones and LaDarian Ellis-Jones their fair share. DaQuan Jones, 62 yards and a rushing touchdown. LaDarian Ellis-Jones has 32 and a score as well. So when you look at the second half, obviously you're going to have a running clock for the next 24 minutes. But at the same time, it's also an opportunity for Coach Jackson to get some of these youngsters out here and give them a chance to continue because, again, playoffs are coming up, and you want to make sure that you've got a finely tuned machine here with the Cougar squad.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a coach mix up a whole lot of players out there, get some guys some playing time in positions that, maybe they haven't had an opportunity to play yet this year, but who knows? We've still got, not counting playoffs, we've still got 3 more games. And we may need some of these guys to step up.
Well, I think that if you could practice some of your packages, your defensive packages, your offensive packages that you haven't practiced yet. This is the perfect time to do it. Sharpen it, see what you're going to keep, see what you're going to throw out, because we're going to get down to that critical time, and you're going to have to be well prepared. So I think he kind of has that in mind with what he's doing tonight.
That's part of the reason we've seen a lot of the passing, over the past few weeks. We've seen just how dominant this ground game has been, what LaDarian Ellis-Jones and DaQuan Jones. But tonight, we've seen what Jalen Williams can do as a passer. We've seen the big play capabilities of Demetrius James. We also saw Corwin Lede rumble in for a touchdown reception as well. So as we start the second half, it's going to be Pedro Rubio set the kick off back deep for Scarborough. Number 36, Samuel. And it looks like number 9, Jarrett Holly back deep. They're lined up and around their own 15-yard line.
That that Mr. Rubio, he's a big enough boy. We might see him down there on the defensive line.
Hammers a kickoff for Hudson as he gets to the 20, 25, and he'll go out of bounds at around the 27-yard line. So the Spartans will start their first drive of the second half. They'll spot the ball around the 30.
I actually look for the Spartans to try to pass the ball. They had a minimal success the first half, and I think that they found a seam in the secondary of Lamarque.
Lamarque has only had one penalty the first half.
Only
Face
one.
mask,
Yeah.
Face mask.
And this is the Lamarque team that has scored on their last 14 possessions dating back to last week. New quarterback in for the Spartans, number 9, Jarrett Holly, He goes under center, and it'll be actually something of a busted play, and the result pretty much what we've seen for most of the night, next to nothing.
Hey, but it was a positive yard, half yard.
Got about a half a yard on that one.
Yeah, number 72 on our new D lineman. He made a fantastic tackle that time.
Let's get across that front line there. We got 72.
Marlon Ford, number 72. Number 28, Brandon Wade.
52.
Number 52, Kenneth Edwards. We'll take a look at the linebackers.
3.
Number 3, Tommy Young. Number 21, Donald Caldwell. We've seen a lot of over the past couple of weeks.
45.
Jaden Bishop. We talked about him leading up to the start of the second half. He's a freshman.
4.
Number 4, it's going to be Gerald Johnson. We'll get the rest of these guys after the next play. 2nd and 10. They're going an eye set. It'll be a handoff to number 49.
Oh.
That's going to be, was that a face mask, guys?
It was.
Looked like
I
it
didn't
was
see a
probably.
flag.
Offensive.
No, it's a defensive.
It was a defense, yeah.
I
That's
think
going to slow this progress, yeah.
They had each other's.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks like the guy actually just ducked his head and tried to go into him, but I'm not sure.
Rest of the defense, number 12, Datron Cole. Number 11, Carl Sims. Number 8, Corey Holmes is out there. One more guy to take a look at, and that's going to be number 8, Corey Holmes. With number 3, Tommy Young also out there as well. 3rd down and 10. 3rd long, make it 13. Holly back to throw, ball incomplete. Looking in the direction of number 35, James Douglas.
The size of that quarterback, and I'm zooming in on him right now. Number 9, I'm sorry.
Number 9, Holly.
He looks like he might even coming up from JV.
Hey, guys, he looked like he's from middle school.
But,
I noticed that he has a little more courage, though. He's not scared.
Can you imagine that defense come barreling in, you going, oh, Lord almighty, Coach.
On varsity, when you see little guys like that, you wonder because they're so quick and evasive.
So lining up to receive the punt, and it looks like it's going to be James.
Tommy Young.
No, actually Tommy Young back there. That's for the first time in a while. They won't punt deep in their own end zone. And a good, decent punt by Rodriguez that takes Young down at around the 45.
I guess he didn't need in touch.
Nice stiff arm by Young as he keeps churning inside the 40, still going as that pile finally goes out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. So a good return for Tommy Young as he will get an opportunity, to return a punt to replace the usual Demetrius James back there.
I'd rather see him do it than Demetrius James because he's more of a physical player. I hate to see the tall, long legs of Demetrius James get chopped up by one of the defensive players.
Well, particularly when the game is already in hand.
Yeah, exactly. So that's wonderful. He's switching out the guys so he can figure out who's going to be where in case of emergency.
So a line up of 1st and 10 for Lamarque. They will go into an offset I formation. Handoff actually is going to be bobbled. Ball is still loose, and it's going to be picked up, and that's going to be Datron Cole at quarterback. And Cole's got room. Cole cuts back to the 30, to the 20, one man to beat to the 10, to the 5, and he fumbles the ball there, and it's going to be recovered.
Oh, God.
Oh, my.
The only thing missing was the Benny Hill music, guys.
That's it.
Exactly. As disaster almost turned into a score.
And then it turned into a disaster.
Exactly.
Well, it might have been a disaster for Scarborough because they're on the 2-yard line, and we know what has happened every time they're back on the 2-yard line.
I don't even know how to write that one up on the stat sheet, guys.
Number 23, Broderick Peterson, looks like he was the man with the recovery.
No, it's number 30.
32, number 30, Devontae Robinson with the recovery. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They're pinned at their own 3-yard line as Holly will lead the offense out.
Guys,
we got their first miscue
we got a lot
of
of
the
new
evening.
guys.
1st and 10 at their own 3. I formation for Holly, and it's going to be Holly calling his own number, and he got smashed at around the 1-yard line.
You got to be careful. He might have your
Mr.
third,
Edwards.
might have your third safety of the game.
Yeah.
Well, I think the coach ought to be a little merciful and take Edwards out.
Probably will see him out. It looks like they're rotating a bit as well.
Look like little Billy out is out there at linebacker.
Take a look and see.
Billiott's out
him.
there. Yeah, he's in middle.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of him. You're going to see a lot of Ford as well.
You won't see a kid with a bigger heart.
Also, number 45, Bishop.
Billiott, he's got one speed, and it's full bore.
He goes.
Yeah, he's a Chris Laws kind of player, just a little bit smaller.
2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line. Holly trying to call his own number, and he did not get out of the end zone. That is.
I think.
No, they're
going to call him around
forward progress.
Forward progress, and that was awful close to the 3rd safety of the night. They'll spot that ball at the 1-yard line.
And that was generous, guys. It
was
really
a very
was.
generous spot.
Yeah, because I thought he was tackled behind the line.
Yeah.
He was.
He need to throw that ball down the field.
And we've already got 4 minutes run off the clock here in this early 3rd quarter.
3rd down and long as Quentin Hudson, number 8, comes into the contest. As Jarrett Holly, if you're wondering, is great. Yeah, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 9, Jarrett Holly under center. It's literally trial under fire for the young man. 3rd and long. He tries to.
He just tried to run in front of Ford.
Yeah.
And all he did was stonewall.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ford did not move.
No. Ford is bigger than Emil Fleming. That's saying a lot, folks.
Yep.
Wow.
And he's a freshman.
Exactly.
So don't think we counted out just because we got seniors. We got something coming, huh?
Yeah, this kid looks like he is going to be a stalwart in the middle for the next few years. It's just a matter of getting him the experience because he's got the size and talent to do a lot. As right now, Rodriguez back the punt. He has struggled with the punts in the end zone as number 3, Tommy Young, lined up around the 28-yard line of Scarborough. As they'll try to see if Rodriguez again, a high snap. He got this one off. His punch just going to float in the dead of night and bounce it around the 31-yard line. So a punt of 30, give them good news that they did get the punt off.
Well, that was fantastic. A young man stood there with courage.
He stuck in there.
He did. Now, you talked about this being a new field already, Mike. I don't know if you saw it on the camera, but when that ball hit the ground,
the black
pellet splash.
That's right. They did. Yeah, in fact, that's what one of the Coach Jans, I think, was telling me. He said it's about 20 degrees hotter because that new rubber tires that are in there retains the heat from the sun during the day.
So 1st and 10, Datron Cole still lined up under center. Handoff is going to be, looks like number 30, is it?
Yeah, that's who it was that fumbled last time.
Number 30 for Lamarque, and that's going to be Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, sophomore running back.
Michael Jackson.
Nice run for his first varsity
number
carry.
30. That's right, number 30.
Gain of 26 on that carry, so 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Boy, he just sliced and diced through that line,
He
didn't
did.
he?
Yep.
He got his first taste of varsity, huh?
That's a heck of a varsity carry to remember as we get some new faces
We
in
got
there.
new faces in there now.
As
Well,
Daly Richard is one, and it looks like number 15. Is that Guidry back there? Hard to see. And it's going to be, does look like DeMarco Guidry.
Number 15, that's
It
him.
is.
That's
And it's a
DeMarco
touchdown.
Guidry.
Cash
Yeah,
that one
buddy.
in.
There you go.
Guidry will score as you'll make it
Guidry is
52
gonna
to
get
nothing.
the money. He's going to get the money.
Yes, he will.
Every time. He's excited about being on the sideline. I was speaking to him earlier, and he said he feel like the injury is gone.
Yeah, well, we got a little concerned about him early in the game last week, and then also when he had a nice run, he fell on that shoulder again and looked like it re-injured it. But I'm glad to see he's back at full strength, it appears.
Snap, and the kick is up, and
Oh.
actually got enough penetration to block it.
Wow.
So there's something for the Spartans to take in for themselves.
That's right. That's right. They blocked up a extra point.
So the Cougars now up 52-0. 5:18 and counting here at the running clock. We'll take a quick break. Coug Sports Net will be right back. So after the short 31-yard drive that took all of 2 plays, Guidry going in for 5 yards out. Rubio with the high kick, fielded around the 15-yard line as he will get to the 25. Tries to cut back and see his thump.
He got
Boy.
met from the backside.
Got
I was going to
hit
say,
hard.
don't go
That's
back in the field.
Number
Play.
8, Corey Holmes hitting number
Yes,
8,
he was.
Quentin Hudson.
As long as you're in the field of play, you're going to get hit.
Hey, especially by the hungry Cougars that's going down.
Right.
Man, they trying to get their bite tonight.
Yep.
So-
Well, they sunk their teeth in pretty early tonight, actually.
Yeah.
52-0 is your score with 3:58 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, running clock started in the early portion of the 2nd quarter when the Cougs really bust out and made it a 37-0 lead.
Who's
We've got a new
number
quarterback.
21
21, that's going to be Donald Caldwell.
for Lamarque?
Yes, that's Caldwell. And that ball is fumbled, and it looks like the Cougars have it. Cougars claiming, and they will get it.
Well, we haven't seen
Haven't seen it
signal
yet, but Cougars are
Now we
signaling and
do.
the official signal.
All right.
That man
Mark
up, number
Cougars.
26, that's Billiot, guys.
Ha,
right.
Billy Ott.
Number 26, Dylan Billiot with the fumble recovery.
As the rookies are stepping up. I think Scarborough just looking at the clock saying, please, please, please.
Yeah, they've got about 15 minutes or so left in this contest.
And that's
Hey.
actual real time.
In
15
real
minutes.
time, yeah.
Hey, guys, they can give it up. These youngsters want something. They want to eat tonight.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for these young guys, to get an opportunity to play.
Yeah, they're excited. You can tell.
As Datron Cole,
And I'm glad to see a new quarterback.
well, he will get the snap. He will get the snap under center here. Tight set with just one wide receiver, and it's going to be Cole rolling. Guy has a man open downfield, and
There's a
is
big
Went to
that
the short
Who's
back.
that?
Number 34.
34, and that is going to be Jarrett Wilson, a senior tight end.
Boy, he's a big boy.
He's a
Wow.
big kid.
I thought they was going to say legal man downfield. That looked like
I
the
mean,
I was about
guard.
to
He looks
say,
like a
was there a
lineman.
tackle eligible or something?
I mean, look at it. He's bigger than the lineman.
He is.
Yep.
Wow.
They moved over here on this left side now.
Yeah, he's like a 6th lineman in there.
And we got number. Oh, that's okay. That's
We got
That's,
30.
that's Irvin, number 25.
Yep.
That's in there at fullback. 8-yard gain as Cole comes back under center. Offset high formation. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Handoff is going to be to Richard. Richard's got room in a
Oh, they
convoy.
can
He's
hang
going to
that up.
walk in
Oh,
and
oh,
hammer
yeah.
a defender in for the touchdown.
Yeah.
Daly and Richard with the punishing 24-yard run.
He need to take it
That's
down.
going to make it 59-0. If we get the extra point, 58-0 now at 1:45 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. This is exactly what you expected, exactly what you wanted. Like Mike said at the outset, championship teams played a championship level.
That's
That's
right.
And the
right.
Cougars have played that way pretty much the entire night.
Can't back down. I'm sorry. You know, Scarborough is the victim, but sorry.
You play who they put on your schedule as
That's
Rubio
it.
starts a new streak with the extra point. 1:14 and counting here in the third quarter. It's Lamarque 59, Spartans nothing. We'll take a quick break. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 56 seconds and counting here in the third quarter as the Cougars tack on another one to make it 59-0. Rubio with the high kick that's going to be fielded by Hudson and around the 15. Goes to the 20, cuts back, and he'll be stopped around the 24-yard line where Carl Sims, number 11, was there to make the stop.
And guys, there's nobody but Hudson will catch the kickoff. He's the sacrificial lamb today because they're taking pot shots at him. It's kind of dangerous when you got the little rookies out there because, man, they come in like reckless abandon. They just want a good hit to say they did something in the varsity game.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm going to introduce this already. We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. I'm going to introduce this with the starters that started this game. I'm going to give the MVP award, and my vote on offense would be to Jalen Williams as a quarterback.
10 of 13, 139 yards passing.
I mean, to me, he deserves it tonight because he performed what he was told to do. He took it upon himself and made sure that he was almost perfect, and he had an almost perfect game. Fours up.
Get the fours up. You know, you might as well get them up. Still some work to do. Want to make sure you get this one done clean. After 3 quarters, all Lamarque as expected. Cougars 59, Spartans nothing. Coug Sports Network right back. Quarter here. Final 12 minutes of play coming up as the Spartans trail 59-0. They'll try to see if they can get some kind of positive out of this tonight. Hudson back, has pressure, steps up, double pump, still looks, tries to throw the ball away, and the ball is tipped in and out the hands of a receiver, number 32, Jonathan Crew.
Actually hit the head of a Cougar defender, popped off and bounced off his helmet.
Yeah, that was Young.
Yeah, it could have got.
No, it wasn't number 8. Sorry.
It's Holmes.
Holmes.
Number 32
bounced right off his helmet.
Yeah, 32 probably could have caught that, but I think he heard footsteps.
So 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, with a running clock here. Running clock started in the early portions of the second quarter.
But you know what? With this freshman quarterback that Scarborough's running out there, that really wasn't a bad pass.
No, not at all.
They got something to look forward to.
Toss play. And it's going to be to Guidry, and he's going to be Cosby, and he is going to be swarmed and around to let the line of scrimmage. Pick any number of Cougars out there.
There's 9 of 11 Cougars in on that tackle.
You know, we talked at the break. Well, we talked about Jalen Williams being offensive player. Then we talked about at the break on who the defense, and we all agreed just pick one of 11 or more.
Caldwell, Sims. Billy Ott made a
defense.
Nice play that could probably get him in. I mean, yeah, you're right.
The whole defense.
Yeah, the defense is the defensive player.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 10 coming up. Hudson back, steps up, has pressure, throws the ball up, and that's going to be incomplete. A flag is down as they're going to get a pass interference call.
Now, is that going to be offense or defense?
Looks like it'll be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, I think they're going to let him have it.
Yeah, that was against us.
Pass intended for number 36, Darrell Samuel.
Because I saw 3 players going after the ball.
Yeah, but you had 2 of those players for Lamarque, and they were on him like a blanket.
Defensive holding.
There you go. So that should be 10 yards in the first down. Is that correct, Lewis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know, what you guys might not have seen is the fact you saw big number 72, Marlon Ford, taking that lineman just back to a point to where the quarterback was more further up than the offensive lineman.
That's right. I saw that bull rush. I wondered was I the only one that noticed it.
That was an elephant stampede.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10 coming up, 9:53 to go here. Ball spot at the 4-yard line. Handoff.
Oh, there he is.
Big Ford.
And there we just talked about him.
Ford.
Big Ford. Wow.
Great wall of China.
Hey,
James Crosby is going to fill that one all weekend.
And he's a sophomore?
He's a
freshman.
He's a freshman. Bull rush like that.
His name is Ford, and that's an F-250 right there.
I guarantee you. 350, buddy.
Yes,
That's a big boy.
Loss of 2 on that play.
I love the way he bull rush off that defensive line. That's great.
He just uses that size, and once he gets the experience and technique down, he's going to be something else.
Yeah.
2nd down and 12 coming up. Play clock down to 12 as Hudson under center. 2 wide receivers to the near side in I formation. And they'll toss it again to Cosby. And Cosby breaks a tackle. Gets about a yard maybe as he was tripped up by Billy Ott.
Don't know if I'm too fond of that lackadaisical pitch out. that they're doing.
That's more along the lines of a here you take it type of pitch.
Yeah.
I don't want it, you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of
Well, that's the
flips it out
that's
to
the
him.
freshman in him.
I guess so. Yeah, because normally you try to guide it back there, and that was just kind of a flip it up in the air.
Yeah, you flip up in the air, it takes away the runner's momentum as well. Third down and 11. Hudson back, steps up, throws. He's just going to get that one away for dear life. He had 4 Cougars barreling in on him. Ford, Irvin, number 7 Holmes, and number 45 Jaden Bishop all in on that one. And Sutton just figured, hey, I'm just going to toss this ball away.
Yeah, guys, I did notice that Big Ford, even if he's not in on the play, he actually chases the play. He's a real hustler on that defensive line. I think he's going to be a big asset.
F350.
F350, that's it.
Oh, we got one for him now.
Yeah, that's going to stick. And you get a sense you're going to see a lot more of him as the regular season comes to a conclusion and in the playoffs as well. Snap to Rodriguez. It is up, and it's a punt fielded by Young and around the 37-yard line to a 40. Tries to turn the corner, does. 45 midfield, gets a nice block. 45 before he goes out of bounds.
Run out of real estate.
Ran out of there at around the 40, make it the 35-yard line. So Tommy Young's had 2 pretty solid punt returns here in the second half.
Guys, he wanted to take it all the way. I'm telling you, he's feeling that every time he touches the football.
And that's in itself is confidence starting to build for with this team, guys.
And this is just what we needed right here.
That's
this type of surge through the rest of the season into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because whoever we face in the playoffs, we know we're going to hit that wall hard. That first game is always tough. Second game is easy. Third game, fourth game, fifth game, that's when it get really tough.
That's right.
So it's going to be rough in the playoffs.
Datron Cole in at quarterback. As he'll give Jalen Williams a well-deserved break here this evening in the second half. Handoff is going to be, looks like Irvin, and Irvin's going to move the pile to around the 30-yard line, make it around the 29. So good to see the big fullback get some love in there.
Hey, guys, we talking about up and coming. I went to watch the junior varsity play the other day.
Got a man down. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Coug Sports Net will be right back. So after the injury timeout, did not have a name or we have on number 90 for Scarborough, but it's a second down and around 5 for the Cougars as Dalian Richard, number 17, and Alfred Irvin, number 25, are in the backfield with Datron Cole running clock down at 5:14 and counting. Easy for me to say. And it's going to be a handoff to Irvin, actually, as he will knife forward to around the 21-yard line. Actually, that's 45.
Number 45.
So that's going to be Jaden Bishop. So we get a chance to see this freshman get an opportunity to carry the ball, and he looked pretty well on that one.
He's a big boy.
He's got some size for a back.
Yeah, I bet he's more than 6 foot.
Easy. He's a bruiser. It looked like he's a bruiser.
Freshman, you said?
Yes. So he will get his first varsity carry. He'll get a breather. And it looks like they're bringing Jackson back in with Richard. Jackson had a 26-yard run in his first carry. And, again, it'll be Jackson. Has room. Cuts it back to around the 15-yard line. Gain around 4, maybe 5. Tackle made by number 40, Trayvon Collar, and number 32, Jonathan Crew.
Jackson has a good eye.
If he'd have made that cut back to the inside, we'd probably be looking at points. But that's just a little bit of inexperience. You got to have some game time playing.
Well, yeah, you go in there when you called in to play like that, your eyes are sometimes bigger than your heart.
Looks like Bishop is back in there again.
Kind of like Bishop.
I like the potential of this kid.
Big kid, man. I like to see him bruise.
Big kid, yeah. It looks like, there's any number of positions where he looks like he'd be a good fit with that size. We're just letting that play clock run down to under 10. As Irvin is back deep with them, handoff is going to be to Bishop. He's got room as he rumbles inside the 5 to around the 4.
He's wrapping up that ball too, guys, as he's going through that initial surge of defenders.
He's running like a big fullback.
Yep.
Yeah. You're saying, Coach, about the fact that Coach Jackson has a good eye.
That's right. Smash mouth. We need some of this too.
Yeah, you talk about Ellis Jones, you talk about Daquan Jones, you still have Alan Cooper, who you expect to have back in the next few weeks or so. But you look at these youngsters here, and you feel good about this next wave of Lamarque running backs.
Well, you really feel good about the playoffs because we have like we talked about earlier, we have backup, just in case.
First and goal. Handoff is going to be to Jackson. Jackson's going to cut in and down to around the 1 yard line. So he'll be about a yard short of the goal line. Really want to call that one for his first varsity touchdown.
You know, we still got a big offensive line up there, guys.
Oh,
Number
that's true.
34, we mentioned him a while ago, the big tight end. He got 34, 57.
57, that's going to be Miko Garcia getting some action in there as well.
Number 51.
51, Devin Billiot. Number 72, Marlon. It's not 4, but we do have Taryn Gaines there on that left side. Handoff is going to be to Bishop, and Bishop's going to bull in, and did he get it? Yes.
Yeah, he got it.
Congratulations, Jaden Bishop, your first varsity touchdown. Glad that we are here to make the call for
There
it.
you go.
All right.
So at 2:21 remaining, Jaden Bishop, congratulations, young man.
65 points, guys.
Jaden Bishop.
Jaden Bishop from a yard out, and trust me, I get a good feeling that's not going to be the last time we call this kid's name before it's all said and done with his high school career.
In the big city now, Jaden Bishop.
Yes, you are. We will attempt the extra point from Rubio. Snap, the kick is up. Kick is going to be good.
All right.
So at exactly 2 minutes left, it is Lamarque 66. Scarborough nothing. Coug Sportsnet will be right back. Almost under a minute 30 to go, 66-0 with the running clock. You probably have about maybe 2 or 3 plays left here as Rubio will kick this one high around the 14-yard line. That's going to be 36. And that's Samuel who gets a nice return to around the 35-yard line. Minus 52 yards of offense tonight for Scarborough, as it was just bad from the outset. It just went downhill.
Lamarque has shown really for the last 5 games, or really since Texas City, that this defense, when it decides it wants to play for real, it's for real.
And I believe that they're coming up to the mark where they're getting playoff ready. It's important that the defense begin to step up, and I like the peaking at the right time. I really like that about Lamarque.
That and the subtle movements that the coaches have made, putting Sims out there at cornerback or outside linebacker.
Excellent.
Outstanding move.
So this in all likelihood is going to be the last play of the night as they spot the ball 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line up Scarborough. Handoff is going to be to Cosby, and he is going to get to around the 40, make it no gain. So that should do it as the final 16 seconds run on off as the players go into the post-game line, start showing respect and love for each other. This one's a done deal. Lamarque, he came out and did what you expected them to do, and they did it well. 66-0 your final score here. And as we mentioned in the second half, this team is starting to gel together, and it's starting to gel at about the right time.
Yeah, this is the right time for the defense to be stepping up like it is, and it's the right time for Coach Jackson to be exploring his players, to get his chips in a row so that in the playoffs he can be ready, because it's not time to think in the playoffs. It's time to go in, blood in your eyes, go in with all your swords out. It's time to go to battle. And everybody's going to pull out their trick bag for the playoffs. You know that.
Yep.
So he's doing the right thing now, getting his defense ready, getting his spares ready, getting ready for the playoffs.
Demetrius James, Jalen Williams combined a whole lot. We saw a passing game today that is also going to be a real nice development come playoff time.
Yes, sir.
And you also got a chance, especially in the second half, to see a lot of these young faces that got vital playing time. We talked about Marlon Ford. You also saw Bishop. Jaden Bishop getting his first varsity touchdown. Saw Michael Jackson with a couple of very solid carries. Also got to see Big 34, Jarrett Wilson getting his first varsity catch. So not only do you see the fact that the first string did what you expected them to do, but the reserves came in and handled business as well.
Yeah, they did. And I believe that where we got help at is at the linebacker position. We got to see some substitutes in there. And that's where we were hurting at the beginning of the year. And so we have some new faces out there today that can help us in the playoffs. And because they know schemes now. They're looking and they're learning schemes. And that's good for them to be doing it about this time of year.
Yep. Last home game of the season next week, guys.
And we will be taking on the Kashmir Rams for that one. Scarborough now goes to 0-7 on the year, whereas Lamarque goes to 7-1. Last home game, as Mike mentioned, as we will take on the Rams of Houston Cashmere next Friday night. So definitely be there for the home finale. It's going to be senior night. It's going to be the last time these seniors get to play at Etheridge Stadium, so a special night for them. We certainly would be remiss if we did not mention the very great news involving Lamarque grad class of 1982, Jeff Bannister. Jeff Bannister, as many of you will obviously know when you get the broadcast, named the new manager of the Texas Rangers on Thursday afternoon. So it's great, great news anytime you see a Lamarque alum do something like that. So huge congratulations from all of us to Coug Sportsnet. And Jeff, if you're around for the playoff run and you want to come in the booth, we have got a headset waiting for you. So let that be known. We've got a headset waiting for you. We'll be glad to have you in. So for Mike Lockwood, Lewis Perrin Jr., Senior Stats in the stands tonight as always, and to Coach William Sal, this is Brandon Williams saying good night. Final score from Delmar Stadium, Lamarque 66, Spartans nothing, Cougars take state.